Avengers!
Assemble.
What's the last MMA event you've watched?
What's the last MMA? I did watch the Bellator event.
Oh, you beat me.
I said I didn't watch UFC, but I caught, I love Yoel Romero. Dude, what the fuck is that guy doing out there? He was like straight ass dancing, and he was getting hit with hard shots. He fucking 5 rounds. That guy's a savage. I really wish Yoel could have won the Bellator title. He's really, to me, the best guy to never win a title.
Wow. Yeah. Him, Cowboy.
Yeah, but Cowboy's not as good. Cowboy's a really good journeyman. You know, even Nate Diaz, he's not championship material. Yoel is champ material. He's beaten the champs. You know, when he had to. When he beat the champs when he didn't have to, and was on a shitty end of decisions where he really won the second Whitaker fight. You know, he should have been the champ, Yoel. He's going to go down in history as the best guy to never win a title. But really, there's a bunch of times he should have won the title.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, and no second place guy comes close. Cowboy never was close to beating a champ. Every time Cowboy ever went to fight for a title, he shit the bed. You know, it's not like he went for a title and came up like a little short. Right. He went for a title shot and he shit the bed. He fucking lost in a minute all the time, right? Every time Cowboy would get the title shot, he shit the bed. Yoel would fucking give the guy a competitive fight and then lose a decision.
Yeah, those were coin flips.
Yeah, even the Adesanya fight I gave him. I have Yoel Romero in the Manimals alternate universe. He's a 3-time champ.
The alternate universe, I love it.
Although Chris Weidman is still the champ in the Manimals alternate universe.
All those steroids came back to get him.
Who? Yoel?
The rumor is that Cubans, they get like roided up as teenagers, like all the baseball players, and I assume Hector Lombard and Yoel as well. They're just gigantic 16-year-olds, and then they
with teeny tiny heads.
Stop them. Like there's Cuban pitchers 102 miles an hour. They hit the ball 500 feet, and it's like
Brazilians too. It's like encouraged.
Well, you know, in a lot of other countries, you could just go buy steroids at the corner store, like at the pharmacist. You could buy steroids over the counter. So in Cuba, forget it. They give everyone it. It's part of the government program. I know someone that was in the Russian team. They all got steroids too.
Yeah, I think it's really encouraged in other countries, not here.
I remember I trained a girl that was on, my friend Erin, who came to the camp, the older one. She's super religious. She was on the Russian dance team, and they would give them 18-year-old girls testosterone.
It
makes you heal fast.
I'm not even going to get into that. Well, obviously, but I'm still not going to get into it.
Oh, yeah, now it's not even a big deal. Yeah, don't even get into it.
Nope, that's where it all starts.
We'll save that for a different episode.
No, I'm good. I controlled myself.
What you call it? So yeah, token choke challenge, Ike. Me and Kerry are out there hustling. We got a few shout out to Firebird Optics and who's your other guy?
Oh, he's the collar collector, I believe. On Instagram.
Then we should have New York Pop Butter in.
Logo for us, but that's in due time.
We should have New York.
Made a company for us so that he could come to the event and promote his shit.
Good. Should have New York Pop Butter in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
We got a couple guys from the gym. Shout out to Bazookia. He should be down there. I gotta see if Bazooka wants to do a super fight now that he could grapple. Shout out to the team. What about that? Like we could
Yeah. Seriously, I might have to. What is it? Resend my call out of the anti Liam Nielsen, aka Dennis Bazooka.
Yeah.
Taken.
Nah.
Yeah. Shout outs to the team.
Were you at? Did you go to CFFC?
No.
No, listen, I was thinking about it, but I had to play, but not had to. Wanted to play Dungeons and Dragons, even though I totally shit the bed. You know, it's all right. Sometimes you roll ones, sometimes you roll 20s. In Dungeons and Dragons, if you roll a 1, you always fuck up. If you roll a 20, you always succeed. So you know in a fight when the dude just lands the perfect shot and drops him, he rolled a 20. And you know when the guy fucking misses and freaking slips or throws a move and then instantly gets checked.
Chris Wyman.
Huh?
The Chris Wyman spinning back kick.
Yeah, he rolled a 1. You know, if you understand Dungeons and Dragons, it makes perfect sense what happened.
He rolled the 20 with Silva. Crack.
Oh man, he rolled a 20 in there, yeah. And you know what? He might have rolled a 20, and then he might have had that the special thing from the critical was knockout. Like, you know, when you knock a guy out, there's like a percentage chance in D&D that when you land the critical with an unarmed strike, you'll knock him out. And then you can build your character around being better at that, right? Like a knockout artist, his character is built around increasing the percentage chance that when he lands, he'll knock you out.
We need to get that knee healed, man. We're talking about Dungeons and Dragons.
My knee's good. That's what I'm saying. Dungeons and Dragons healed the knee. That's what healed it. Because then I can understand what do I have to do. So it's an upper body business for me the last time I rolled. No, you know what I do? I do a lot of like back escape shit like that. But the foundation of all my martial arts training is Dungeons and Dragons. Fuck, I should have recorded that. I need that as a clip. I need that for my nerds.
Have you seen the movie?
Yeah, the movie was okay.
I liked it.
It was good for what it is.
Did you dress up for the movie?
No.
All right, I had to ask.
I mean, I wore my Dungeon and Dragon hoodie, though.
No, but you know what I mean.
You see, I have the hoodie with the D20s on it and the dragons.
Costume.
No, I do that for the run fair, though.
Somebody's like,
we all dress up.
is that Manimal? And you're like, no, I'm a wizard of Grand Cassini.
Might be Manimal.
Is that Manimal?
It's pretty easy to tell it's Manimal.
You are mistaken.
No, it's a wizard.
Young sir, your query seems to find me at an impasse.
We wanted, John had the best idea for the king and queen of cannabis categories for the Soviet choke to come out with like a scroll.
Hear ye, now announcing your royal highness, the king of cannabis.
I love it.
And I want to have, remember the Macho Man song, Pomp and Circumstance? Come out the Pomp and Circumstance, get the crown. What are you doing, Ike? What is that?
Here is John. Did you guys hear the trumpets?
No.
Oh.
I heard something. I
can't really hear. It just sounded
staticky or wind, like wind. It sounded a lot like wind. Wind.
I really want to just
drop the trumpet ball on that. You guys ever see when they put the ball in the trumpet?
I've never played a trumpet. Trombone.
One of them, they put like a
not even a skin flute.
I attempted to play a bunch of things just because my cousins all played instruments, and yeah, I was really good at the violin. It's kind of a faggy instrument.
No, violin is a very skillful instrument. There was my best friend growing up went to Juilliard, so there was a girl that was a violinist, and her violin was like, worth $500,000 or some shit. So she always carried it on the plane, and they wanted her to check it. She was like, no. She was like, we ain't checking it. She's like, we're not going nowhere. And this is like 20 years ago. This is pre 9/11. Pre 9/11. 3 hours, and they finally let her take it on.
Yeah.
She's like, nope. She was like, this thing is what is that shit? It's the famous one. A Stradivarius.
I'll play whatever the kid. I don't fucking know.
I don't know, but this thing is 300 years old.
I think I played as a fucking kid. I don't know.
You bought the one at Toys R Us. They had like the
What? No. I actually like played in school, but like I don't know. What, I don't know what
that's how you know you grew up in Huntington. They had violin in school.
they did.
You know what we played in Canarsie?
Various. It's a real thing.
Yeah, we played dodge bullets. We played.
We had all sorts of instruments.
Honestly,
When I went to Half Hollow Hills, that's when it really like stepped in that. Yo, and fucking Half Hollow Hills has their own planetarium. Like fucking what the fuck? Where were we going high school here? It was so weird. I felt like I walked into like a complete Twilight Zone, going from like Walt Whitman High School, you know, to like which is no frills basically section, to Half Hollow Hills, which is like you got a pool, a planetarium. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
planetarium.
Yeah, it was a wild school. The school district, very nice.
You guys have air conditioning?
They had everything.
Yeah, they had a planetarium. The planetariums, first of all, the planetarium is always air conditioned.
Including the biggest question mark that they ever had in their entire career of high school, which was me when I stepped in there. They didn't know what to do. They're like, what the fuck was this? Why did we let her in here? Why did we let her in here? How was that kid?
Well, that's also 20-something years ago, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I know, right? The coolest one I've seen.
That long ago.
Kerry, you're looking jacked, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
We have the same size arms.
Probably.
What? What
John said something, not me.
did you say?
I
John
said
did it.
Mike has the same size arms that you.
Play the trumpets again.
Ike's working with a flute right there. You don't have a trombone.
It's clarinet.
Yeah, looking back. Yeah, I'm ready to get training tomorrow. But yeah, Charlie looked good too. Cannibal won his fight. Nice 2-piece.
Yeah, man, the boys
Straight
are not.
right, left hook. I didn't see Damien's fight, but I heard it was a tough
None.
decision. I
Damn,
thought some guys were saying he got robbed.
Oh man, the Jamaican boom the clutch chopped the leg in the rock, man. Are you kidding me?
Ross Clit. So what? It was the fix was in. It was a Haitian judge. Don't like Jamaicans. What? That's what happens in my neighborhood. I don't know. I'm just saying from what I observe.
The Haitian.
Oh, and then we had some amateurs fight too, right? Edwin won. Felix had his amateur debut. He won. So good to see. Team did good. Good results for the team.
Check fought a wrestler. He got out, grappled, but nobody's gonna want to stand with Check.
Check can't. Yeah, I can't imagine. We got this guy, Kerry. His name is Check, but he looks like Check Congo.
That's true.
He fucking look. That's what I thought they were joking. I thought that was his nickname that they called him Check because he looked like Check Congo. He's like, no, that's my name. And he's like, what is he? Cameroon, South African? I forget where he's from.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
God knew.
How about there's the South African dude, Dricus Deployus or something,
Dricus Duplessis.
and he's like, I'm African, mate, and I'm like,
He's African.
you're kind of African.
What are you? Where are you born? What's your citizenship?
Oh God! All right,
Like, are you an American citizen?
fair.
Is he a fucking South African citizen?
But don't they have different accents? The South African, whatever.
Yeah, like he sounds like my friend Peyton, like White Devil BJJ. Trying to get her a fight. It's tough to get Peyton a fight. She won at ADCC Open, so it's been tough to get her a fight. But any girls, if you're a $140,
Yeah, and we're looking for a 125.
we need a 125. Or actually, we should write this up.
We have a
Put
couple.
on Puke and Choke story.
Yep, we have a couple girl fights.
We got a couple openings, and we pay. Although very little, we pay.
That's more than some of the other fucking.
Which is more than 99% of any promotion.
But I got a chopstick in my hand.
Rise don't pay, right?
I don't think so.
No, you gotta sell your tickets and hope that you get something. Here I just flat like a fucking G.
Yeah.
I wish I could fucking I put this out into the universe that
$1,000?
we could get a bankroll, huh?
You said like a G? Damn.
Oh no, I meant like a gangster, but I am paying a G for the main event, a GG,
Oh.
500 for the co-main event. And then down the line, we'll do 250, 250, buck 50, buck 50. We'll pay out 5 places.
If you're
Right?
barbecue,
No one does that really the first show.
Everybody's walking away a winner. We're gonna have a lot of weed. I mean,
good.
A ton of weed.
you
Tons
know,
of giveaways.
get a goodie bag. Who doesn't like that shit? Most places don't even give you.
goodie bags
Yeah,
are cool.
Most places
What
don't
age
even
you are.
thank you. Give you a goodie bag.
Yeah, they don't give you shit when you do a tournament.
I don't care what age you are. Goodie bags are amazing.
They are. And
I'm
ours,
gonna give a great goodie bag.
ours is gonna be epic. The stuff that's going in it's gonna be great. Pretty excited. I'm excited for everybody.
I'm excited for everyone to experience such a dope ass event.
No, it really is gonna be fucking insane. Like the more I'm thinking about it, and the more things that are like lining up. Ike, we gotta talk off camera. There's a lot of good shit going on. We can't give everything away on camera.
Yep. Let's do a
Gotta
conference.
keep,
What?
yeah.
Let's
We
do a
that we gotta
conference
get
call.
Harry in for too, because if he wants to help work on
Yes.
match stuff, and then the live stream, we'll have a couple video guys, so they'll set you guys up with a good live stream.
Nice. Oh
And
yeah.
I'm going to
Let me
just
know who they are. Put us all on a conference call.
We have-
Kind of in the clouds, no pun intended. So just point the direction and I'll march.
Yeah, we don't have much until the day of, although we could use some muscle too. So I won't even ask Harry, but for you, you know.
You got
I got a girls coming down to help out, so we'll have people helping out with everything.
time we kicking off.
4:20 p.m. is when the event starts.
Oh my god, that seriously, right?
You can do it any way you want. Why wouldn't you make it so cool?
Like really? Think it's at 4:20?
I can start whatever time I want. We're starting the first match at 4:20. Weigh-ins at 2. Don't cut no weight. I want to be partying by 10.
This is
I
gonna
want to compete.
be an annual thing. I hope you know that.
God's willing, I do everything one at a time. So one event at a time. Just like I'd say, one fight at a time, one event at a time. But God's willing, of course, it would be something I would love to work out and be a fucking thing that we could just hustle all the time and travel around and do the damn thing. So
I hope, Ike. So I'm with you on that.
but first we gotta throw the jab. So this is and it's looking like the jab is landing well. So guys, make sure you sign up. June 30th is the deadline for early bird registration. And it's only $100. The prize pack, the athlete bag, I bet you will be worth the value of admission.
Without a question.
Yeah, Ike, I don't know if we could get you a super fight. Is there anyone you want to call out from like NBC or something?
I gotta start fucking.
Oh, you know who you should call out?
Start
Monica.
You know what?
He works for Newsday, LaMonica.
Absolute division.
Absolutely, but he's a big boy. He's like 300 pounds. I
will have to run around. How much space do we got? How big's the mat? I will have to lot of lateral movement.
That shit would be so funny. You know what I want to do for the King of Cannabis and Queen of Cannabis? What do you think about this? Special rules. Most submissions in the time limit.
I love that.
So like 8 minutes, most submissions wins. So I submit you in 30 seconds, we keep going. And then you can put a mercy rule in. If I beat you if I'm 5 submissions up, mercy.
Is the king or queen open to every event, or is it like a certain event is for the king and a certain event is for the queen?
Main event.
Match.
Actual main event. Yeah, that's a match. Although the next event, I might make it like a 4-person tournament and then pay out. But for this one, I'll just do it as a one-off.
What do you think the capacity is going to be? We're looking at like 500, 250.
300 is probably about
what
Okay, 200, 300's what I'd like. Because if you get 300 and then
This is gonna be nuts.
okay. Hold on. This just came in on my Citizens app.
Oh.
What the fuck is this? The U.S. Coast Guard is searching for a vessel that carries 5 people to view the wreckage of the Titanic with only 96 hours of emergency oxygen. So they lost a little submarine trying to look for the Titanic.
Wow.
I thought we found it already.
I'm like very
Yeah, but they send a sub to keep fucking with it. And now they lost the sub and they only got 3 days of oxygen. What is 96 hours? 4 days of oxygen.
Gee.
that's why they don't explode.
Hollywood's running out of movies, so they're just making up shit now.
Do you think that those guys had something to do with the Federal Reserve also, Kerry? And even just go into the Titanic, they got offed?
Oh, you're talking about like Astor and JP? Yeah, without a question. Without a question. Our company.
Are you familiar with this conspiracy theory, Ike?
Dude, I literally I don't watch anything, and I haven't watched fights.
Oh no, you won't hear this one. No, this is a deep conspiracy. Hold on, this is a good conspiracy.
Let's get deep.
It's really good. It's probably better than the movie. It would have been way better than the fucking bullshit fucking movie they put on.
I'm leaning back like Fat Joe. Let's talk.
Okay, so the Titanic. Let's talk about what you know. You know that the Titanic sank sailing across the Atlantic, right? Okay, in 1912.
12.
Okay. Hold on. I want to get the names of these guys. Just
There was a
to
next.
you know them offhand, Kerry.
Astor, JP
The
Morgan.
guys that died. No, JP didn't die.
Okay, JP Morgan and Rothschild didn't go on the ship. Astor died. What's the fucking Abraham and Strauss died on there? There was a lot of fucking people with a lot of money and finances. That's all.
So I love the fact check on it. No, JP Morgan did not sink the Titanic
Okay.
to establish the Federal Reserve. So that tells you everything you need to know. If fact checkers say it's incorrect, it's correct. So this is the theory. So in 1913, we have a Federal Reserve that then controls the currency. That's a third-party agency. They're actually not a government agency, right? The Federal Reserve is not part of the government, right? That's a separate company. So in 1913, they make the Federal Reserve, which sets the prices for like loans and shit like that. So they artificially influence the market. It's great for bankers because then you can start to have something in the future based off of not actual money. But 3 dudes go on the Titanic that are against the Federal Reserve. And those 3 dudes die on the Titanic. And once they die, and I think, John Astor, and you know Astor because Astor Place in Manhattan's named after him, right? Isidore Strauss.
That was right.
You know Strauss, Levi and Strauss.
That was
right?
no, I know it as Abraham and Strauss, but that's back in.
And then and the last one, Benjamin Guggenheim of the
Guggenheim
Guggenheim.
on there. Shut up. I didn't know that one.
So those 3 guys are on the Titanic. They die. They oppose the Federal Reserve. JP Morgan Chase and all the guys that were for it were supposed to go on the Titanic and didn't. Last minute, they all started canceling. But those 3 dudes who were against the Federal Reserve wound up dying. 3 rich guys couldn't get off the Titanic. Interesting to me. And then 1913, the Federal Reserve. And what happens in 1914? World War I. Why? It is extremely difficult to back a war with real gold. Okay, so you know how money is supposed to work. It's supposed to work based on like gold or platinum, silver, some type of precious metal to have a value and equate that to your currency. And back in the day, your money, you would go to the bank and you could get the actual physical gold for it. So you would have something called, or silver. $1, you would have $1 was called a silver certificate. $1 of silver, you would go in, you would get your ounce of silver, right? I want my actual physical silver. Now you can't do that. We have fiat currency. What the Federal Reserve allows is to start to speculate on currency beyond what you actually can secure. So you're able to fund a massive war like World War One. You can't fund these wars on gold, usually, unless you're ancient Rome. And even for them, their military is tiny, the biggest military in the ancient world, tiny compared to modern armies, right? The Roman military usually stood at like 450,000 people. And that's for a population of maybe 150 million people. So if you think about America, we have a standing army of 2 million, right? That's without the reserves for a population of 300 million. 4 times the army ratio that even the most militant historical place had, ancient Rome. Can't do it without inflating the currency like that. You can't send $100 billion of weapons to Ukraine if it was based on gold. Because in Ukraine, they make $800 a month average, right? Like the money's not valued the same. We can only do that because our money's based on the good faith. You believe we could back this, right? Oh, if you don't, we'll come kill you. But if you do, we'll come send you more weapons to kill those other guys. So yeah, without that, so that's the theory that the Titanic sunk because the dudes against the Federal Reserve were on it. The guys that were for the Federal Reserve pulled out of the trip and down to the bottom of the ocean it went. And even the fucking dudes now in the submarine are missing to go look at it. I don't know.
Listen, the way I see it is it's you can see a direct correlation of like everything that's been going on for the last
100 years?
Yeah, since we're
At
growing up.
least the last 100 years.
Look at the last 3. Do how many years?
100 years, because when's the 16th Amendment? 1913 is the 16th Amendment. When you kill those 3 guys in 1912, you start doing all the financial system stuff. You know what the 16th Amendment is like?
I know the first
income tax. Before the 16th Amendment, there was no federal income tax.
Wow.
The 16th Amendment in 1913 establishes a federal income tax.
Wow. Talk about timing.
Talk about timing, yeah. So people think like, oh, this money.
Look at everything going on right now with the banking systems and everything, like the crashes, the this and that. It's crazy.
And it's being artificially propped up. If anyone actually wanted to take their money out, everything would collapse. Because you know what fractional reserve lending is? So you could loan out money even if you don't have it, as long as you have a fraction of it. That's fractional reserve lending. So you're supposed to, if I say lend me $1 million, Ike, you have to actually give me $1 million, right?
Okay.
But not the bank. If I want to lend you $1 million, as long as I have like 100 grand, I'll lend you $1 million. Hopefully you pay me back. Right? The money's not actually there, Kerry. So.
No, that. And it's funny because like I joke around about that all the time. I'm like, if I wanted to go get my money out of the bank, I wouldn't be able to.
Oh, you would be able to. But like,
you never know with local banks, you know.
You'd be able to, but I guarantee you, if I wanted to take, no. I just took out. Wait, in cash or in another check?
I'm talking about in cash.
If I just told them give me my 30G in my savings in cash, would they give it to me?
And if I told them to give me what I have in cash, they would not be able to if they couldn't give you yours.
Let's see. Well, I don't know. I didn't ask. Maybe I should. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can take out whatever. You should too. See if we could go.
There's a lot of questions I have for these people.
I definitely know if you tried to take out real money, like $500,000 cash,
they won't give it to you.
They're gonna take a week, and then they're gonna try to fuck with you. And I told this to one of my friends. He's like, "No way, no way." I was like, "I'm not talking about a check, because I could get a check for any amount. They don't care, right? But to give me the actual cash, I bet you they couldn't come up with 100 grand the day of. I bet you they'd fucking bust your balls, and they wouldn't give it to you right there.
Huh. I agree with that.
And I bet you any amount over $500,000, anything over the FDIC insurance, they're not giving you, even if it's in your account. Like, let's say I had an account with $5 million, and I was like, give me $500,000 in cash. I bet you they would take a week to do it. This is just my opinion. If anyone wants to wire us some money and we'll experiment with this and then give it back.
Wow. So, have you guys seen The Big Short? My brother told me to check it out. Like they explain what happened with the mortgages. I have not seen it.
What?
But The Big Short, the movie about the '08 collapse.
Yeah, what happened is you gave people mortgages that they couldn't afford, and then you couldn't get rid of the house.
Oh, like what might happen?
Back.
Oh, so two apples and oranges, not the same situation.
What?
The '08 collapse and basically how like if you asked, I asked, Kerry asked for money at the same time. Oh wait, that was Madoff, right? Wasn't Madoff was like that?
Yeah, but really, that's how the best explanation for banking was a skit I seen Paul Mooney do, and he's like, "I'm like, Kerry has $10 in her hand," and I'm like, "Remember, you owe me $20." And she's like, "I don't have $20, but I have 10. Here's the 10," and she gives me $10, and then I'm like, "Okay, Ike, I owe you $20. Take 10, and you take that 10, and then you give it the 10 to Kerry. You're like, Kerry, I owed you $10. Take your 10, right?" And then we're like, all right, Kerry gives me the 10. I give you another 10. All right, we all good? Yeah, we all good. How could that be, right? We just used $10 to satisfy $60 of debt.
Oh.
Right? So you
Like, what are
use
they doing with the $60 is my point. Like, it should,
to fight wars, endless wars.
What are they doing?
Endless wars, endless profits for medicinal companies. It's endless amounts of spending for your homies. Like if I had a government, like let's say you had Manimal Kingdom. Well, who does fucking Manimal want to give the contract to do media for? Well, he gives it to you two. You're my homies. So you get the government contract. Right? So but that's not how it should work, right? But that's how it works, right? So war is endlessly profitable. Lockheed Martin, dude, those guys are making all those guys make so much money. They need a war that doesn't kill everyone, that only keeps going. Like they don't actually want a solution to these wars. No. Unless the war became like World War II, you don't really need a solution for it. You could fight it for 20 years, which is a great amount of time. Look at Afghanistan, Vietnam.
The media is doing the government's job for them.
Oh, without a question.
What?
The media is doing the government's job. Like they're making it happen.
When you're in the media, I thought when I grew up, I thought journalism was supposed to be as much as possible unbiased.
You were supposed to ethically have 3 credible sources before you put.
And you were supposed to at least give the argument of the other side. Otherwise, you call it an editorial piece.
Yeah, no. Now people are looking at a fucking shoestring and they're like, "There it is. There's a credible source."
No, they look at the rope that pulls down the gate, and they're like, "It's a noose." What? And they report it.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a second, guys. Like, what are they doing? A journalist degree has to be the biggest waste of money you could ever spend your money on.
My favorite is
journalism in America. There is no such thing as journalism unless you maybe. I don't even think you could do your own thing because people start to get scared. I was listening to Rogan with RFK, and that guy Theo Von was like, "I'm scared to put you on because you two my livelihood. They pulled it down. I don't want to get deplatformed because of this. Like, I don't know. Am I going to get deplatformed?" And that's self-censorship. Now I'm doing something that I think I should do. Tell the truth, spread the truth, right? Highlight something that could be causing people to die, right? Save lives, right? I have an obligation to help my fellow man, but I'm not gonna, because also the downside of that is then you're gonna lose your livelihood and your ability to help your fellow man if you try to point this thing out. So if he brings RFK on, he self-censors now, because instead of trying to, he believes what this guy's saying, he thinks what he's saying is right and that there's a danger he's expressing. And now he won't give that guy a voice because he's worried about getting deplatformed. So he censored himself. He didn't even wait for someone else to censor him. That's how good operant conditioning is and classical conditioning is. This is how I train my dog. And that's why I know how I'm being trained, because that's what I do with my dog. It's so easy to train them. Like, you know what I mean? It's so easy to train us. We're pack animals.
Yeah. You see what happens to somebody else, you're like, oh, I want nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want nothing to do with that. Yeah, exactly. And it's hard for the person to be like, no, I'm going to do this because it's right, even if it fucks me up.
That's what brings me to this video where it's about how America should handle ADD.
I'm Dr. Richard Shea, here to tell you about my exciting new drug-free treatment for children with attention deficit disorder. This treatment is fast and effective and doesn't use harmful drugs. Sit down! Sit down and study! Stop crying and do your schoolwork! If you would like more information on my
that last kid's Theo Vaughn.
He was like, I'm not going to get hit. I self-censored, yeah. And I was the kid in class. If I actually was in class, I would have smacked that teacher. And then he would have been so embarrassed that he wouldn't have reported me.
I wish I was for 1 year in the schools where
Not that I have experience with that happening to me.
Were you in the Catholic school with the nuns?
No, I went to Brooklyn Tech. I'm a nerd.
Memories.
Don't get this twisted, Ike. You forget the manimal is his original form was fat nerd. So don't forget that. So no, I went to Brooklyn Tech. I went to a specialized high school where nerds went. But
Really?
the wildest nerds. Tech was for the wild nerds because we were from Brooklyn. And then Bronx Science was for the Asian nerds because that's just the way it was. And Stuyvesant was a waspy mix, but with some Asians in there too. But we hated Stuyvesant because they're pussies. What?
That's the way it was.
That's just the way it was. That's just the way it
Manimal, you
Hey,
are.
listen, my friend Ed. Why didn't my friend Eddie went to Bronx Science? I was like, what the fuck? Why'd you go to Brooklyn Tech?
I definitely respect your knowledge, and I learn every time we get together.
Isn't that crazy? John has like knows so much stuff.
Oh, I appreciate it. I mean, fuck.
Like he needs to have a skull and one of those, like, not a French hat, but a medieval hat. Like, you know how they had like the scholars had the yes, with the feather.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Story. In the Canterbury Tales, right? There's I forget if it's
You know that's like as deep as I get, like with literature.
what
Holy shit! The Canterbury Tales, you're bringing me back.
bringing you back. So the Canterbury Tales, I forget if it's the Reeves Tale or the Miller's Tale, but there's like a scholar.
Oh my god, the guy knows everything.
So this traveling scholar, he like, you know, he's like a student, and in exchange for like knowledge, he's a scholar, right? He's like, give me room and board. But of course, what does he do? He fucking bangs the guy's wife, and then he pretends like he's like, oh, like a flood's coming. Make this boat. And while the guy's making the boat, he's banging his wife.
Oh my god!
I was like, that's why whenever people tell me that things are worse now, like that people are I was like, I don't know. I read stuff from the Middle Ages, and those dudes were dirty. And my specialty period is ancient Rome, and those motherfuckers were wild. So I don't know. I think actually, I have an opinion. The kids now are like really lame. They don't fuck. They're not like when I was a kid, they don't party and don't fuck. Like when I was like 15, I remember partying. I was in the fucking drinking, smoking weed. having threesomes. And I look at my nephew. My nephew's like, I'm gonna be 16 next year soon. And I'm like, the fucking kid looks like he got no facial hair.
It's completely
What?
completely different now from when we were younger.
They look really sheltered to me.
Crazy.
Like they get driven everywhere. Like I remember my mom was like, I know you live in the island, so everyone gets driven, but like we're in the city. I remember my mom would be like, you gotta go somewhere, fucking go. I'd be like 10 years old on the train, and these kids are like 16 and they like get driven everywhere. I was like, that's so funny. When I was 16, I was like living in a tent in the woods for 4 months.
We're a little slower out here. That's why my first interaction with a city kid, they were like, "Yo, man, how we gonna do? What you doing? What you doing?" And I was like, "Why you talk so fast?"
I'm a Brooklyn boy. I may take some getting used to.
What's going on? Yeah.
Oh, slow down. I have to really check myself when I go down south. I'm going to Tennessee next week.
Nice.
I gotta check myself because I like it, but I have to slow myself down and I gotta watch my curse words because a lot of them are very Christian.
Yes.
And I respect other people's religions, and I understand that their religion is not as freewheeling as mine, and hospitality is both showing good hospitality when someone visits you and also when you visit someone. So in another place, I don't want to throw them off too much, even though it's hard for me because I know I could be mad abrasive with them.
Just enjoy the food, the music. Oh, you deserve it, Johnny.
I deserve it.
You do, man. Working hard, nice little.
And I love the mountains in Tennessee too. There's something about the mountains that is pretty dope. But you know what the problem is? I love the beach. Where do I go that I could get a 5,000-foot mountain and the beach?
Tennessee has that?
No.
Oh.
I'm looking for that in the world. I'm asking you.
Maybe Hawaii.
I love the beach. Oh, Hawaii, you're right. That's why everyone fucking moves there. The only problem with that is volcanoes. But, oh my God, that volcanic activity, Kerry, I'm worried about it. Because that's what happens in Ragnarok. All the volcanoes are up. All of them.
And they all have been active.
Lately, very. And volcanic activity and earthquake activity closely related. So there's been a lot of shit going on. But yeah, I worry like every volcano. What if every volcano pops?
We're in a lot of trouble.
Nick. What a show.
Yeah, not people aren't going to care about
who you voted for.
Yeah.
No.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, I can't believe you voted for Trump.
Wait, Ukraine? Ukraine.
No, Kerry. I can't even say it on air what I would say. I'll tell you.
That's a lot of weed.
What?
Were you rolling that as a joint?
No, that's a fucking thing.
Kerry, did I ever tell you I have a rolling paper from the Cheech and Chong wedding album?
Yes.
No, I don't know what occasion we're gonna smoke that, but you could roll a whole ounce in it.
I'm down.
Oh my God.
Down for that.
The roach was this big.
That's like for like 12 people.
Was like that. Yeah, we had 7 or 8 on it. It came with 2 papers. We smoked one, and one I said I'm gonna save. And I don't know what I'm saving it for.
We'll find
The token choke main event. You'll do it. The ladder and the joints hanging from a string.
Unless fucking Token Choke wound up at fucking Madison Square Garden.
Woo! That'd be crazy.
Right?
Oh, you know what? I like the way that sounds. Definitely the Hulu Theater.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely the theater at the Garden could do. That's a 5,000 seater. That's doable.
Yes. They are looking for.
But the real Garden is the real Garden. But I don't think you could sell that out for a grappling event.
That would be like a world title. Token choke would be like the IBJFF, whatever.
Even that doesn't do the Garden.
They'd be like, "What is this? Who is this manimal guy? He's an MSG."
I looked into. Please, they want $100,000 to rent fucking Westbury space.
What?
Yeah, but you don't actually pay the $100,000. I'm sure they want $100,000, but I'm sure they ain't getting it. And then what happens is like a place like Rise. What?
Write a big IOU. Be like, I'll get it to you.
A place like Rise probably has an agreement that they do X amount of events for a steep discount.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? They probably are like, listen, we're going to do 6 events a year, but we got to get it for half price.
Yeah.
That's probably they probably have a deal like that.
They actually did it at a college recently, so maybe the space was too expensive. They did it at Malloy.
Even at the discounted price, it could still be too expensive. Remember, 50 grand's a lot. If I got, let's say I had to lay out 50 grand for that venue.
Crazy.
All right, well that means that I got to bring in $120.
Yo,
All right, so that means 2,000 tickets. I got to sell 2,000 seats at $60 a piece.
I with resorts.
I have to sell out 2,000 seats at $60 to make my $120 because the venue is going to cost 50 grand. Then I'm going to have to pay all my staff, the insurance, the everything. So to make 20, 30 grand for yourself, yeah, you got to sell that whole place out. And they weren't selling that whole place out. And it's not even 2,000 seats. What's the space at Westbury hold? I bet you it don't even hold 2,000.
Good question.
You know what's great about these good questions? All public knowledge.
I could see you doing whatever you put your mind to, Johnny.
Yeah, whatever. I don't know. I was thinking about actually retiring from all of it and trying to find.
No, it didn't even happen yet. Don't retire before.
No. I don't want to do anything martial art related. I'm just going to keep it for me. For my work, I think I'm going to do something different. I was going to go with Ally Quinter, maybe sell some houses. What do you think? You want to follow me around selling houses? I'll be in the guy's pool, smoking a fucking fat blunt, getting my dick sucked. I'm like, this is how you could live if you buy this house. If you buy this house, this is the lifestyle you can live. I mean, you're not getting her. I mean, that's up to her, not me. I don't control nobody, but look, I'm just giving you a vision. If you like to do other things, what do you like, bro? You like Coke? What do you like? We got whatever you need.
And then like Al shows up in the backyard, the first floor, and then you run upstairs, and then he goes up to the second floor, and you're like, this could be you on this bed.
This could be you.
Okay, listen. So the space at Westbury has 1,700 general admission tickets and 800 seated tickets. They are never at capacity at the general admission, which is 1,700. They're lucky. They probably do half general admission. They probably sell 800 at $60 a piece. So it's 48 grand. And then 800 at, let's say, 100. So it's 80 grand. So if they sell the whole fucking thing out, they'll make $140, but they're not. You know what I mean? So that, but yeah, it's tough. I mean, I'm thinking about the logistics because even if you used to do it, if your business drops off 10%, it's a lot. So let's say they were doing $130 before. Now you're making 30 grand and your business drops off 12%. Well, that's about 15 grand. Now you're like, oh, fuck, it's tight, right? Just saying. Am I talking too much about not business?
No.
I'm just in the passenger seat with this conversation. Backseat.
Because I'm in like event thinking mode with the token. I'm like, I'm gonna sell this.
Token be Rise on steroids, like jujitsu.
No, token is Rise on weed. Calm the fuck down. Enjoy yourself. Have a good time. Give me some showmanship, and have the better experience. I want to have a better experience.
Fight. Manimal versus Matt Cully fight for combat at the space. Imagine they said whoever wins
got the rights to the space.
The rights.
I don't want to fucking do it at the space. You can have it. I'll let fucking Matt Cully start on my back.
Woo! We could have it at Resorts World Casino.
I mean, I would. I honestly would, just because
go from
I've been doing it so much. I'm like, I let you fucking start on my back.
I could see this in AC.
Well, you my fucking manager now. I haven't seen anyone give me any numbers but myself. You know who got me paid the most for a super fight? Me.
I'm the guy on the couch. I just like wake up and give you a thumbs up.
I gotta pay myself out here. The only guy who's gonna pay me is me. I gotta fucking head my own shit. You know what? What did Busta Rhymes say? If you can't be part of the greatest, you got to be the greatest yourself. Let's fucking go.
I agree with that. Harry's gonna be in like a blazer, making like 2 phone calls, drinking a cold brew, snorting coke. Like Harry's that
Gold chain,
manager.
gold chain. Harry's that kind of manager. Gold link chain,
Yes.
hair fucked up.
Oh, shout outs to the Max. I think he proposed.
Oh yeah, congratulations! Everyone has the right to choose their own form of torture. So congratulations! I'm happy you chose that way.
Harry's got the thing is, and there's no way he's listening to
Sorry,
this, but Harry's like the guy who's gonna be like, "Yeah, honey, I gotta go to work." He's the total strip club guy, and they're like, "Oh, Harry, good to see you again." And he's like, "Hey, Cinnamon, take care of me." With the
You know,
gold
I mean,
chain, the Jewy chest hair.
glasses. I need him with a fucking cheap cigar.
Yes.
I need Harry to invest in Dutch Masters.
He's gonna tell more strippers his problems than his therapist.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper. Oh my god.
The stripper's like, listen, you're gonna have to pay me more if I have to listen to your problems. If you want to if I strip, it's $100. All right. If you gotta tell me your problems, I get the psychologist rate $350 an hour. Okay.
Makes
That's terrible.
The girl sends you a bill and it's like $100 for a hand job, and then it's like $450 for 90 minutes of counseling.
You're killing me. You're killing me, Cinnamon.
sense. Cinnamon.
Honey.
You, you're killing me, sweetie. No, it's not sweetie. It's actually honey.
This Covenano girl and it was named Cinnamon. I'm just saying.
What do you think the most common stripper name is?
Destiny.
I'm saying Crystal.
What?
Candy.
There was like no
Diamond.
what?
Destiny. Destiny is a good one. I'm saying Crystal, Diamond. Would you say, Ike?
I said candy, but now I'm thinking like
Candy.
sherry.
Sherry.
Never met a candy. Never.
Is this something that's Googleable? What do you think? Do you think this is a Googleable search?
I'm gonna tell you from personal experience, because I worked in a strip club with a lot of fucking bitches, and I worked there. They had 2 locations. There was really only one girl that I met named Crystal, no diamonds. There was a couple Destinies that I knew that stripped, so there you go with that. What, Crystal? No Sherry's.
Way. No way. Wow.
Number one, Crystal. Fuck. Not that I've been to a lot of strip clubs. You know what? I'm gonna take back being proud about knowing that. I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna turn it down a notch. It was a good guess.
No, too much.
Strip clubs are fun.
Oh, number 2. I don't really like them because I don't like to be confused. But maybe they're fun if you go with a girl.
Well, yeah, I used to go with all my girlfriends. They were fun.
What's number 2? Tiffany. Amber.
Amber, yeah, I did know an Amber stripper.
Randy.
Wow.
Oh, you were good. Candy.
All right, top 5.
What'd you say, Kerry?
Destiny, which
Destiny. I would think Destiny would be higher.
I would have thought so too. Now, is this an all times list, or is this like a list from?
This is on the bookiesbasement.com.
45 most popular stripper names according to 94.1 radio. So this is just one person's list.
I'm talking about from back when I was bartending. It was like 2005. So 2005, like that, the biggest name that I heard was Destiny going around. That was like the.
Can you leave us with a story, Carrie?
Oh man, you don't want any story.
Yeah, we do.
What?
Yeah, we want a story, a stripper club story.
Come on.
Well, okay. So there is. I'm going to let her be nameless.
Destiny.
Professional fighter that actually bartended with me. Yeah, we bartended the same shift on a Sunday, and part of our we had like a whole routine It was like a whole show that we put on pretty much. Like we made a lot. And part of our show is to get up on the poles and do a pole trick. I just happen to be very like athletic and acrobatic, and did a lot of gymnastics, so I had fun on there. But that was also before I fucked up my shoulders. But yeah, this fighter will remain nameless, but she's a lot of fun, and we had a lot of fun, and it was probably the best job that I had and the easiest money I ever made.
Wow.
Simply bartending.
Pretty good.
Nice.
Yes, and okay, so the only fun thing is that the girls never take the guys home. It never happens. You could be the hottest motherfucking guy that walks into a strip club. No girl's gonna take you home.
Mm.
That's like the myth.
Baby, I'll pay for you.
Wait, that's the myth, or is it a myth? Do the girls take you home, or don't you get taken home?
They don't take the guys home. It doesn't happen. Like, we would all laugh about it at the end of the night and count our money. Like, all right, yeah, here's our tips. Everybody did, but laughing about all the dudes that don't.
Unless you're in Vegas.
Which is actually honestly, it's a fucked up job to have when you think about it. It's kind of being a swindler, and that's why I stopped.
Yeah, you're giving the guy false hope. That's why I don't like strip.
There's like I'm getting people
All you do is get cock teased. It's like a girl trying to be like, yeah, I'm into you. Give me money. And then it's like, okay, who the fuck was that guy that just thought I was into him and gave me $500? That guy fucking probably now has to go without buying his kids something because he bought Destiny and fucking Crystal their cars. You know, Destiny and Crystal are driving new cars.
Let me tell you.
And poor little Timmy fucking stuck in a well. Okay.
Money they would spend was wild. I was like I wasn't comfortable with actually working around that much money. I just kind of freaked me out. You know what I mean? You got a lot of cash on you. One of my friends was like, I could get you a job at any of the strip clubs in the city bartending. And I said, that sounds all well and good, but I'm not comfortable with that much cash. Like, and it just.
Oh, this shit is crazy.
So,
hold on, I got a good one.
I drew my line with money. Who fucking knew somebody could do that? But whatever.
Why? Okay, hold on. This is a good one. We can leave on this stripper club story. So, I used to go to John Jay in the city, and I had big gaps in my day. And me and my best friend that went to Juilliard, we were essentially like 3 blocks away from each other when we went to college. So we were like 21, and at noon we would get the lunch special at this club, Legs Diamonds. And you know who Legs Diamonds is? The mafia guy. So we would go to his strip club in Midtown Manhattan on our break, and it was like the fucking like lunch special strippers. So one day we're at the lunch special strippers, right? Fucking Papa hit an E. We're chilling. And my boy's like, I want to go in the champagne room with this girl. I was like, don't fucking do it. I was like, there's no sex in the champagne room. Kid Rock says it in the song. That's it. You're not going to fuck. He's like, no, I'm telling you. She's into me. I was like, all right, whatever. So he goes $300. He goes fucking half hour later. I'm like, you didn't fuck, right? He's like, no. But, you know, we pulled around a little bit. He's like, I'm telling you. Another $300. And I'm gonna fuck her. I was like, all right, well, good for you. He's like, well, hold on though. I was like, hold on, what? He's like, I don't have another $300. You know, we're 21-year-old kids, and there's no ATMs. This is like 2000, 2002, right? Like, it's hard to get your cash. And he's like, can I borrow $300? I was like, oh, you motherfucker! I'm never getting this money back. He laughed. He was like, come on, bro. And I was like, fine. So I give him the $300. He goes in another half hour, and he just comes out. He's like, let's fucking go. I was like, I fucking knew it. He's like, let's fucking go. Come on, let's fucking go. And we just fucking walked out. I was like, I fucking knew it. And then,
girl,
fucking died. No, not right after. Years later, I'm joking. It wasn't like right after. He was like, I'm not fucking paying this guy back. I can't handle it. I'm embarrassed. No, but I'm like, yo, you're not getting laid. That's it. He's like, no, I'm telling you. I was like, $600 later, he barely got a hand job.
That's crazy.
So, guys, Uncle Manimal will tell you, don't pay for the champagne room.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Go to Whole Foods.
No, but you do, if you're gonna go on your lunch break, do what my friends did, because I actually had to work. You have to work a day shift and a night shift. So I worked Sunday days and Sunday nights and Tuesday days. And all my guy friends that would come and visit me called it the office. Like, we're going to the office. We're going to the office. What a great fucking excuse. It was so awesome. I'm like, I had the best lunch shift ever.
The lunch shift is, I love the noon shift of stuff. It's a wild bunch. Because who the fuck is off at noon? It's a weird mix of people that wind up being able to fuck off at noon. That's why I love the noon class.
Yep.
Like, who's able to fuck off at noon? Wild motherfuckers.
A lot of sense that the noon class is like it is. Not a lot of
people. Like, who's able to fuck off at noon? Cops or criminals?
Yes.
Hustlers.
A lot of money.
All right. Avengers. Really good seeing everyone. Carrie, see you tomorrow training. Actually, I'll bring the machete. I'd like to do some yard work. Okay. So, oh my God, I had the machete. I'm at Sarah's, right? I had the machete in my bag. And Harry is like, that's a big fucking knife.
He went down to Sarah's?
Yeah.
Nice.
On Sunday. I've been training. I train Sunday. I my knee's not like 100, but
I thought you Harry.
Training just oh no, not that Harry. Harry, Indian Harry. I think he's Indian.
Young Harry.
Well, even though Harry is young, he looks old.
No, but that's what that
we call him Young Harry. Yeah, he's like 23, right? So this kid Harry that trains at Sarah's, where the fuck was I going with this?
Machete.
The machete. He's like, that's a big fucking knife in your bag. I was like, it's a machete. I'm doing yard work. He was like, all right. He's like, I see it. I was like, all right. The fucking dressing room with the machete. Luckily, no one got their dick cut off. Fuck am I doing?
First Indian that'd be circumcised.
I am. So remember, we talked about this.
Oh, yes. That's still one of my favorite fucking conversations. John. Still, is the weirdest thing ever. And guys warn girls beforehand.
You think they have to tell you?
They should.
But if it's hard, you can't really tell.
There are many things I want to be surprised about. A fucking weird looking cock is not one of them.
What about the size of the dick? Do you need to know that beforehand?
I don't want to be surprised about that either. I don't like liars.
You need
and most guys lie about that shit. They're like, yeah, my dick's small. Rawr. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Do you see how tight I am? Like, what do you think is going to go on here? Take you and your fucking pet and leave. Yo.
Well, you know, it's in relation to other things too, though. So you don't know.
I have actually literally like said to guys, like, not fucking happening. Ever. Not on my drunkest day and your best day. Yeah, so not all girls like big dicks. Just saying.
Oh, that I think.
I shouldn't have said that.
What?
Gotta get together.
Now her inbox is gonna be flooded.
We always get going after 50 minutes.
Yeah. So Carrie,
we should just record after 50 minutes. So now you're gonna get more dick pics than ever. And when you're gonna have like a ruler next to it, is it gonna be
fine with that? I have had
you're gonna get a bunch of flat pics.
So fine with dick pics.
But has the WWE one hit you up yet?
Oh no, thank God. They have.
She dropped off. He's keeping her busy.
Listen, a lot of them took a hit. Thank God.
They took a hit.
You want to really like sit there and get like shot down by someone 1,000,000 times? Like 3 should be enough. Girls are very persistent, more than guys. It's really weird.
Probably because they're more emotional, right?
That now, I think, and this is gonna, with all due respect, I think that they don't think it comes off predatorial, maybe because, like, for a guy to keep going.
Not me. I'm not a girl. I'm saying a girl's like, I'm a girl. Like, I can go after you, and it's not predatory.
Send you all this shit, and it's not a problem. No, it's fucking annoying. I don't want to like open up my message and be like, well, okay,
pussy.
Yeah, it's like not what I want to see.
You're like, I can look at my own pussy, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to get a dick pic. I can look at my own dick if I want to look at a dick. I don't need to see more. I've seen enough dick in my life to last me forever. I never thought, because I was never an athlete before. So I didn't realize, how much I'd be in a locker room with other dudes, and then I never realized how many orgies I would have and see so many dicks. You know, it's a lot of dick out there, and you know what? I'm happy if I only see my own in the future.
I feel you.
I feel you. I feel you. Oh my god! Now I'm so high too. You're right. Now the edible kicked in.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Terry, does your edible kick in?
Oh, can I just tell you something funny from last night? Like, I get to pool. I didn't really want to go last night because I had my jaw's been bothering me a little bit. But anyway, so I'm like, I don't want to play. I don't want just if we can just sit me for the night. But I want to come and hang out. I'm like, I don't want to fucking be doing nothing tonight. So my friend James like, yeah, I'll pick you up. I'm like, I just, I want to be so high I don't feel my face. He's like, can you get that high? I'm like, I think I can. So I get there and I'm talking to a couple of my friends. I'm like, yeah, I got there. I can't feel my legs either. It was so fucked up. It was so nice though. I haven't gotten that high in that long, but I didn't feel my face.
How'd you play?
I didn't play.
You just chilled. You watched.
Oh, I couldn't have played pool last night. That would have been.
You said your jaw's been hurting. That's why Terry was saying the dick can't be too big.
Yeah. Nothing to do with the other. But the games before that started happening, I felt I was actually shooting really well. Lost a couple, but shot fire.
You said you've been playing good, right?
Yeah, lost a couple, but I shot fire. So it's
Oh, Terry, you know what? After the token choke, can't call it what I wanted to call it. I wanted to do a weed pool event, but we can't call it what.
We're gonna bring back Players Brawl for sure. We can maybe incorporate a weed event, like we can talk, bring you into.
I'll just get high,
or just do its own event. Either way, but I'm super excited about that because I don't know if I even told you that like one of the sponsors, half of the reason why we got it, they asked what events we've done. You weren't around, so I was like, well, I was part of throwing Players Brawl, and I sent them pictures and some information just from Facebook and the pictures I had, and based on that, they were like, "Oh yeah, no, we definitely want to be involved." I was so excited. I was like, "Oh, like Players Brawl was great."
Yeah, it was a good event.
Yeah, it was like aesthetically. When you look at when I'm looking now at the pictures and how the room looked and everything, and how
that was really good. Who was your photographer for that?
We had Irwin.
That guy's pretty good too.
And our rapping guy, Capital Raps, did a fucking fantastic job. So everything came out great.
Did you want to hit up Capital Raps and see if we want to do anything, or is Rob going to do the?
I don't know because they got guys up here. That's who and they only came. You know what? I should have hit them up because Troy, they're always doing something. You know what? They might want to come out.
Hit them up. Why not?
Come out for that.
All right, we went a little long, but I don't mind going long. No, I love going long.
Oh, they're fighting.
We can do a 2-hour podcast, just probably not at 7 o'clock at night because
no,
that time's like 9.
2 hours.
We got any fights?
Fights coming up this weekend? Something good, isn't it? No, in a few weeks.
Josh Emmett versus Ilya Taporia.
Oh, it's not a good fight.
Macy Barber, Amanda Ribas.
I'm excited for that. Go on.
I don't like Macy Barber, but whatever.
No, but that should be a really good fight.
Yeah, it should be.
Tabitha Ricci and Jillian Robertson.
Baby Shark and Jillian Robertson?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's the only fight I want to see.
Yep.
First of all, both great jiu-jitsu. Solid. I love Jillian. I said I'd love to get her at a token show because she's a big pothead.
Yep, that would be great.
And Tabitha Ricci, little baby shark, she's fucking yoked. Yep. Jillian has great jiu-jitsu. Tabitha has good jiu-jitsu. I'm really excited for that fight. That's a really good fight.
Really?
I mean, yeah, that's a good one. I love that fight. It's almost like that a fight. I don't want to see either one lose, though. I like them both.
Yeah.
Jillian Robinson is like the old jiu-jitsu, so you always got to kind of love that. But Tabitha Ricci's I think she's mostly a grappler too. Who'd she fight last? She looked good. Boom. Then there's a big fight that International Fight Week, that July 8th. I think there's a good fight coming up.
Yeah, I saw that was a good card. I just don't know off the top of my head.
Was it Volkanovski?
I've been procrastinating, but I would love for the MMAvengers to do something at Tommy's Tacos if he would love to show the fight. Gotta reach out.
Oh, let's do that because then we could promote the Token Show Challenge.
We could talk to him about.
That'd be cool, right?
July 8th.
Yeah.
Steamroller makes an appearance because I know they're tight.
Well, he's going to be at International Fight Week, though, so we'd have to go get him out there.
Maybe he could zoom in.
We could do that.
We could do it for that one if we want. When is that?
July 8th.
July 8th. We got a couple weeks.
Yeah, Kerry.
That's in Huntington, so we could definitely do that.
Open up.
My arms look really good.
He's got a bar now, so I was
Look.
thinking, oh.
Open him up a little bit.
You know what? That bothers this one for some reason. And I don't want
That's you ever see bodybuilders pass out? You could flex yourself out.
it bothers my shoulder blade in the
You go,
back.
that's why you go close.
Yeah, where it gets funny in the back. So I'm like, "Ugh."
Oh, Kerry can't flex out.
I know it's kind of sad.
How about most muscular?
That's all right. I still look good.
Look good,
I'm cracking up.
good, feel good.
Look good, feel good, fight good.
Whatever.
So speaking of look good, feel good, fight good, that's Al Iaquinta's motto. Al, hit me up. I'm going to start selling real estate for you. I'm going to go get my broker's license, and I'm going to videotape me in class. I beg, but listen, why the fuck do you guys all have to put your face on your card? What if I don't want to put my face on my card as a real estate agent? What if I don't want to? What if I just want to put, Thor's hammer or something? Do I have to put my face? Because every one of you guys does it, and it's kind of conceited. Who the fuck wants to look at your face? You're a real estate agent. Because of trust.
Not all of them are anything to look at either. It's kind of like, why do I want to look at this? Throw that out.
But they all do. No variance on that.
Crazy.
I was like, I don't want to put my face on the card. Do you think that'll go the opposite way? Are they going to be like, oh, he's mysterious? What does this manimal look like?
Just put a silhouette.
What's going to say? Manimal?
Animal of mystery.
Manimal of mystery. Real estate, you can't even imagine.
Agent, secret agent.
Selling real estate beyond your wildest dreams. But I'll just make you imagine, like we'll go to like Red Man's house with the controllers. I'm like, but sit here and imagine, you're with your homies. Like the vibe is immaculate, even though we're on the floor with an Xbox. All right. I know we're going long. Okay. Avengers. Now I started getting rolling. I could talk all night.
Me too.
One day. Peace.
Bye.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Please note, the new number is